Here it is, your top 3 NBA play of the night. Now, you can put them in a parlay if you want. Nobody's going to stop you here. It's Friday, November 1st. You probably got paid. You want to spend some money and win some money. Great. Thank you for being here. We've got 3 plays across the board. We're going to start with a money line, get to a side. Actually, maybe we'll get to 2 money lines. You never know how things work. And then, of course, we hit portfolio for our top player prop of the night. I got a 5-1 NBA parlay. Are you ready? First leg, it's simple. It's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Money line action here. What's wrong with Denver? Have they played too much basketball over the past couple of years? What exactly is happening with the Denver Nuggets that they are falling apart, or at least they look like they're struggling rather mightily here? And they are just not doing anything when it comes to spreads either. Front end of a back-to-back. And you haven't seen, I think, what Minnesota truly can be, minus Karl Anthony Towns. That's why I'm not going to mess around with a spread by any means. I just feel like this is a tough spot for Denver from both the schedule standpoint to just the basketball they've played and the fact that Nikola Jokic, continues to be asked to do so much on a team that just has, I don't know if it's struggling talent or Jamal Murray, anything along those lines. So I think we look at this first play with Minnesota minus 180. You can get it. That's fine. But we're taking the Timberwolves on the money line. Next up for us here, you have an option, right? Like you could go spread with this game, but you see Chicago and Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a tight home favorite on the money line. Plus 110 seems pretty decent here. I'm not going to mess around with a 1.5 for Chicago. I just want the points. I get it, or I just want them to win outright. Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams, a little banged up here. We'll see if LaVine could go, both dealing with that shoulder here. It's kind of wild to say, but Chicago has played okay. They just have had a really tough schedule, and they've survived. I think at the very least, you could look at that and say, okay, they have survived. The Nets come off this ridiculous stretch where I don't think they're going to duplicate that again. Wins over the Bucks, who are just not the same. And then you look at what happened against Memphis. I get it. People are going to race here and say, well, Brooklyn, they're better. Chicago stinks. All these guys are banged up. Chicago plays defense better than a lot of teams in the NBA, and that's the difference maker for me. So we'll take the Bulls on the money line. Awesome stuff, isn't it? Look, just want to tell you and remind you what's going on here below if you can. You want to jump in on portfolio. Now is the time to do it, folks. It's working. It continues to work for us. We continue to push everything we can. Look, I'm doing a road to 100 plus units in the NBA. Day 3 was rough. We're still up 10 days in, and I'm up nearly 39 units. You can see what October did for me just using Portfolio EV. So we're going to give you free a month to mess out. You have to click the link below and sign up at any of our sportsbook partners. Doesn't matter what book you want to sign up. There's a link to that. You sign up, you get a month free here at Portfolio. It's worth it. It's working. That's why we want you to use it. All right? Come on. I'm not sitting here flapping my gums for nothing. Final play on the board, it's Brandon Ingram. Look at that. Just over 5 to, I told you, just over 5-1 on this parlay here for the NBA tonight. We've got the Wolves winning. We've got the Bulls winning outright. And yes, we're going to Brandon Ingram. Get me 25 points. Who else is playing? Seriously, who else is playing tonight? DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum. I'm looking at this list. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. So it's either going to be Brandon Ingram or Zion Williamson scoring 50 tonight. And the other guy's got a pretty decent shot to get you 25, 28 points. Volume alone says Brandon Ingram gets it. All right? Appreciate you rolling with us. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe on the way out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your 5-1 NBA parlay of the night. Happens to be my top 3 plays. We are cooking. I'll see you in the Discord.